Hi there, Actuarial students. In this video, you'll learn what you need to know about R to get started. Maybe you have zero programming experience. This is the good place to start. You will be organized, you'll understand where to find everything, and you'll be able to work on your own without asking any questions and go through all of the course content. So to start, you need to open your web browser. You need to get a piece of software called RStudio. So you just type in RStudio download, go to this website, download RStudio for Windows. Yes, I want to keep that. Okay, you'll then go through the steps on the wizard, install the software. Then you need to also get R. RStudio is like the Word. It's like Microsoft Word for writing code. It doesn't actually compute the code. That's why you need to get the R language. So you type in download R and then get the latest version. So right here, you'll go to like this page and then look for here on the top, it'll give you the latest version. Press download. Find your country. And then the latest version. Like I always use I'll use the one in Ohio. And then download for Windows. Install R for the first time, right there. And then you just press keep, and that's it. Then you can open up RStudio. There's basically three big windows here. When you open it, you'll have a blank window like this. Well, so on the upper left here, you see the editor. This is where you write out your code. Below, you see the console. You can also click through these options to go to like the terminal jobs. You don't need to do that. You just stick on the console. And then on the right here, you have some plots. And also, a bit more advanced, you have this Files tab. And then on the upper right here, this is the environment. So this is like the memory of your R session. I think of this as if you have a desktop, this is everything that's on your desk. Maybe it's some papers or magazines and so forth. And as you work through this notebook, more things get added into the environment. On this course, you'll be able to follow along on your own RStudio. So you'll go down to the home page, and then you'll begin here, getting started. When there are exercises, you'll get them from the course files, and you'll also see some code that's in the these quizzes. So the quizzes need to use the RStudio. So, like for example, on getting started, this gives you some sample code that you can look at. So the way to evaluate this is you just copy it like that, and then go into your console, press paste, and then just run the code by pressing enter. It's okay if you don't know what I just did. The basic idea is that when you see things that are red, it means that there's an error, and you want to avoid errors. So you can eliminate questions on these quizzes just by copying and pasting the code into the console. So I know that this is the this one produces an error. What about this one? Okay, that did not produce an error. So I know that that's the answer. I press submit, and that's correct. The study guide gives you an overview of what the R language is. You go down to the chapter here on R. The study guide gives you an overview of the R programming language. So there are more examples that you can follow. So if you look through here on the left, on chapter 5, you can see the chapter on code. So it's pretty straightforward to just follow along on the textbook here. And then when you get down to these examples, you'll see the videos of RStudio. These exercises can be copied into the notebook. So you can just go to this side here, hit copy to clipboard, and then run like that. So here's the basic knowledge of R. So here are the basics of R that you need to pass. Here are the basics of R. You begin with addition. So in your notebook, you see these numbers here, like 1 plus 1, or 1 plus 2. You press Control Enter, and it will evaluate it in the console. You have addition, subtraction, multiplication, using the star, division, and then exponentiation. Unlike other languages, the assignment operator isn't the equals sign. You can use instead this arrow. Now this is just because when you assign a variable, it's ambiguous if you put the value on the left or the right. Like you could do 2 equals y like that, but this doesn't make sense to R, and so instead there's this direction added. So the shortcut is to use Alt and then equals. Alt and then minus. And that helps you to quickly assign variables. The equal signs are reserved for a test. So this is saying if things are true or not, and it returns either true or false. A single equal sign, like x is equals to 2, this does technically work. Like if I then do this and then say x, I get a value of 2. However, this is rather unconventional because in R it's reserved for the functional assignment operator. That's if you have like a function like a square, and you have some argument, like the argument is arg is equal to 5. That's an input to the function. You'll see that later in this video. Often you have to work with multi-dimensional data, like vectors. These can be added just like numbers. The C just stands for concatenate. It's how you combine two numbers together, like this. Like if you wanted to create a vector of all of the numbers in sequence, you would do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then it prints out here. You can see all the numbers. If you add two vectors together, then they're added element wise. Same thing if you, so like let's take this z. This is 4 and 6, which is 1 plus 3 and then 2 plus 4. The same applies for other operations like the exponent, division, or addition. I've already mentioned the numeric types, but there's also character string types and factor types, as well as Boolean. Characters are just strings, and they're always inside of quotes. They're the green text when you're in the default theme. So you just you can also put characters into vectors like this, and they can be combined together with other characters using the paste function. Like this, the quick brown fox. Factors look like character vectors, but can only contain a finite number of predefined values. So the below factor has only one level, which is the list of assigned values. If you looked at the levels of like a factor that had more values, like let's say d is equal to a vector. Oh, let's just look at this one here. See, character vector, it says 2 values. So if you look at the levels, character vector, you get null. Then so what you first have to do is convert it to a character, or convert the character to a factor. And that actually is something called coercion. Like if you have a numeric value, how do you change it into a factor or a character? So if you just say, oh, what are the level? If otherwise, yeah.